Okay, so it's Saturday the 8th of January 2022. I'm just going to talk over gold, GU and XRP. So for gold, in the last video I said I wanted to see 1830 hold, and I wanted to see the market reject 1830, which we've done. So what we've done is we opened up on Sunday/Monday, took out last week's high. So we took out last week's high. In the last week I said I wanted to see at the beginning of the week I wanted to see the market kind of play with last week's high a bit. So I wanted to see a lot more price action above last week's high, but literally Sunday, first hour of Sunday, you'll see when we drop down to that lower time frame. First hour of Sunday came out, had quite a shallow raid on last week's high and rejected. So now what I'm looking at, we've kind of shifted in market structure. So we took out this low here, which is last week's low also. So we kind of came up, created a lower high to this high, so lower high and a lower low. So we're kind of in a bearish market structure right now. So I'm looking at shorts for this week on gold. So just from looking at the daily time frame, I think we could definitely come up and fill this fair value which is left this week, come up into here, and then possibly drop lower. So if I drop to the hourly, so hourly, this between this line and this line is Sunday/Monday's trading. So literally opened up on the 2nd of January, the first hour of market trading, came up, had a shallow raid on last week's high, so you can see the market, it didn't spend much time above last week's high. So literally beginning of Monday and the end of Sunday when market opened, came up, shallow raid on liquidity, and then melted, absolutely melted. So yeah, melted. We have these equal lows here. Market came up into a premium, came a bit higher than I would have liked it to see. I would have liked it to see, just come fill this imbalance here, this fair value, and then drop. But we came higher than that, and we came higher than this area here, took out this high, and then dropped again, taking out these relative equal lows, and also taking out last week's low. So this week I'm looking for, like I said, on the daily time frame, I'm looking for the market to come up, fill this area here, fill this fair value. And also if we drop back to the 1 hour, we have relative equal highs here, which is just below the high of that fair value which I outlined. So if I draw, so I want to see the market come up this week. I want to see the market come up, take out these relative equal highs here, and then hopefully, and then I'd like to see it reject these equal highs, so come out, raid it, and then drop. We also got it's important to note we have this whole area here is also an order block. So from here to here we have an order block. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. If we get, because we have these are relative equal highs here as well, but I feel like this would be enough for the market and then drop. But if we get above the order block, then then we can come and then we can come and fill some of this gap that has been left here. So yeah, so if we get above here and close above here, then we can come and fill this area here. But for now, I'm looking at this area to hold. So I'm looking at the market to kind of come up and then reject and then go down. So that's what I'm looking at for gold this week. If I go down to, sorry, if I go to GU, not much. We just had a steady climb higher into this area here. So my eyes are on this high here and this weekly fair value. So if I show you the weekly fair value again, so we have a fair value here. So this gap here that's been left inside of the weekly order book. So yeah, so I think this week we're gonna come into this area here and then reject. So I drop to the 4 hour. I was gonna show you something on the 4 hour. Yeah. So the market so this is market open this week. So between this line and this line, go back. Yeah, so the market opened and dropped, but I want to show you this area here. So we have a fair value here, and mixed with, so we have a fair value. So let me show you the fair value. If I outline the fair value, so it's between this high and this low. There's a gap. So this just goes to show that market is algorithmic. Fair value. So the market comes down Monday, comes down to fill this fair value perfectly to the pip. So the high of, so if I show you the high of this candle here, so the high of this candle comes in at 34,308, and then the low of this candle comes in at 34,308. So to the exact pip of this high, the market came down and filled the gap. It filled it perfectly. So and there's also this block here is also an LP. So we have a low here, so liquidity here rated, so the block left behind is this down close candle. This is the LP. So just draw out your LP, and so yeah, so this is the LP, 4 hour LP. Came down, also filled this fair value to the pip. Perfect delivery of price. So this was the low of this week, and then we've moved higher ever since. So came up, had a huge a big expansion here, medium rebalance of the gap here, a medium rebalance. Medium rebalance and moved higher, taking out last week's high. So with this PA here, so came up, take out last week's high, and we've just steadily moved higher into this area here. So my focus is on this area here, which is just above this high. Take out this high, grab liquidity. We have an order block here, and also the weekly fair value. So I'm looking for this area to hold, to take us lower. So something like that, and this would be my drawn liquidity. And then if we go lower, we also have this this fair value, small fair value here, just here, so which is just below this low here. So that's what I'm looking at for GU. So if we get like so we could get here, so there's liquidity line above here and here, so we could come up, create an LP, drop, break market structure, and then return to the LP, and then go lower. So that's my view on GU. Let me go to XRP. So XRP is very interesting. So like I said my eyes were on this area here. So whether we kind of raid it and then move higher, or so I said last video that if we get below and kind of close below, my next focus would be on this low here. So you can see we've had 3 days where we've kind of got below, but we haven't managed to stay below. So normally to me this is a very bullish signature in price. But with an 8, yeah, so to me this is a very bullish signature in price. So the market's had 3 days where it just hasn't managed to stay below this low here. So but I'm gonna stick with my kind of bias for XRP to go lower. I feel we will get below, and my focus is still on this low here, so I feel like we can still come down to take this low here. So what I'd like to see with XRP is what mitigates that kind of bias is if we have a fair value here. So if we get above this fair value, then I feel like we could target this high here. So we could target we got relative equal highs here at $1. So if we get above this fair value, then we could target $1. But so yeah, so for as long as we stay below this kind of area here, we could come up, fill the area, and then move lower. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. Even as we speak, the market is kind of testing this low one more time on a Saturday. So yeah, so if we come up, fill this gap, and then go lower, that's what I'm looking at for XRP. So yeah, all you have to do, yeah, I just want to end on saying like gold is, if you haven't noticed already, gold is my favorite pair in it. Like all you have to do is just go back through the videos in it and just see what I've been calling. And yeah, me and gold have a special relationship. Like we understand each other. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, that's my view on the markets this week.